Welcome to my channel, The Stoic Diary. Have you ever caught yourself wondering if that one woman, the one who's already taken, might secretly be into you? Maybe she holds your gaze just a second too long, smiles nervously around you, or finds excuses to bump into you wherever you go. It's subtle, almost unnoticeable, but it makes you question. Is there something more here? Here's the truth. If a woman in a relationship starts catching feelings for someone else, she won't make it obvious. She'll hide it even from herself. But no matter how hard she tries, her heart betrays her through little actions. Unmistakable signals that slip through the cracks. Most guys miss these signs completely or write them off as coincidence. That's where you're about to have the upper hand. Stick around for sign 6 and N, because those two will make everything crystal clear. This is 10 forbidden signs she's into you, even if she's taken. Pay attention, because this could change everything. 10. Her voice becomes soft around you. Here's a secret. Most won't notice her voice. Hey, race, a secret changes when she's talking to you. A woman who's already taken may not openly flirt with you, but it's in the subtle shifts of her tone where the truth reveals itself. When she speaks to you, her voice might soften, becoming warmer, slower, or even more inviting. It's not random. It's her subconscious trying to draw you closer. Now, contrast that with how she sounds around her partner or others. With them, she might be more formal, louder, or distant. But with you, there's a calmness, a gentleness that wasn't there before. And have you noticed she laughs more when you're around, even at the silliest or most ordinary things? That's not about the joke. It's about you. Laughter is her way of creating a bond. A secret connection that lingers between the lines of your conversations. Pay attention to how she uses her voice to pull you in. Does she drop it lower, making you lean in just to catch her words? Or maybe she teases you with playful stretches in her tone, saying something in a way that feels like it's meant just for you. These subtle signals are her way of showing intrigue without pushing any boundaries. Her voice is where the walls start to come down. It's soft, inviting, and laced with an interest she might not even realize she's expressing. If you're hearing the shift, it's a sign she might already feel something deeper, even if she hasn't said it outright. 9. She's making subtle yet irresistible changes just for you. Here's the thing about a woman falling for you. Especially when she's already taken, she won't make blatant moves. Instead, she'll leave a trail of subtle but meaningful clues. One of the most telling signs, a quiet transformation in her appearance. Maybe she starts wearing clothes that perfectly contour her figure, or a striking lipstick shade you've never seen her wear before. Has she suddenly started wearing a captivating new perfume, or showing off a delicate piece of jewelry? These small but powerful changes are her way of standing out in your eyes. And if you're paying attention, her body language might give her away too. You'll catch her gently smoothing her hair, adjusting her outfit, or even lightly touching her neck whenever you're nearby. These aren't random gestures. They're subconscious ways of drawing your attention to her. But wait, this goes deeper than just her appearance. Watch how she reacts to other women in your vicinity. A hint of jealousy or a guarded look when another woman gets too close to you speaks volumes. It's not just about how she wants to attract you. It's also about how she wants to keep your attention on her and her alone. Subtle, sure, but utterly revealing. 8. She finds ways to be near you. When a woman is taken, she might not confess her feelings outright, but her actions will speak volumes if she's into you. Watch closely. She'll create reasons to cross your path. Maybe she times her coffee, breaks to align with yours, asks for your help with something trivial, or just happens to show up in places where she knows you'll be. It's intentional, not luck or coincidence. It's intentional. Pay attention to the small moments. Does she gravitate closer to you during group settings? Choosing the seat beside you without hesitation. Or maybe she lingers a little longer after a conversation, standing there while everyone else walks away. These subtle, deliberate actions reveal her true feelings, even if she doesn't say a word. Romance is about being drawn to someone against all odds. And sometimes these tiny forbidden gestures are signs. She's wrestling with her emotions. If these behaviors feel too consistent to ignore, you may just be on her mind more than she's letting on. 7. Subtle physical touch. Physical touch can be a tricky and sensitive territory, especially if she's in a relationship. However, when a woman is developing feelings for you, she might cautiously test the boundaries with small, seemingly innocent gestures. These touches are rarely accidental. They're deliberate acts that carry a deeper message even if subconsciously. For instance, she might lightly brush her hand against your arm while sharing a laugh, tap your shoulder to grab your attention, or rest her fingers on yours for just a fleeting moment while emphasizing a point in conversation. And these moments might seem casual on the surface, but in reality, they're her way of finding little excuses to create a connection with you without being overt. It's her way of bridging the physical gap between you two while keeping it subtle and safe. Pay attention to these nuances. Are they happening more frequently when you're around? The closer you look, the more you might notice that her touch lingers just a little longer than necessary. Or perhaps it's accompanied by a warm smile or prolonged eye contact at its heart. Touch is one of the most intimate ways to bond. And if she's willing to share those moments with you, it speaks volumes about her feelings. Even if she's holding back due to her current situation, these tiny gestures reflect her growing emotional connection with you. It's her way of saying, I'm drawn to you without crossing over boundaries. Recognize these signs and you might be witnessing someone's unspoken emotions slip through in the most tender and romantic way. 6. She acts differently when she's around you. Have you noticed? Her whole vibe shifts when you're around? Pay close attention to her behavior. It might be more revealing than you think. When a woman is into you, she can't always hide it. Even if she tries, sometimes she becomes more animated. She might laugh louder at your jokes, no matter how corny they are, or her smile lingers just a little longer when you're in the conversation. It's like your presence lights her up from the inside and she can't help but exude a little extra glow around you. But it's not always about big obvious gestures. Sometimes it's in the subtle changes. Perhaps she straightens up and carries herself with a bit more confidence when she knows you're watching. Or maybe she adjusts her voice to sound cooler, calmer, and collected, almost overcompensating, but still wanting you to notice her effort. On the other hand, she could even act distant or almost cold towards you. Why? Because feelings this intense scare her. She's caught in an emotional whirlwind trying to suppress her attraction because of her current relationship. These shifts in her behavior are rarely random. Her smile, the way her voice softens, or even the nervous edge in her laugh, they're all signs of an internal battle playing out. Whether she's leaning into her feelings or trying to push them away, it's an emotional response she often can't control. When you're in the picture, every change is a window into how you make her feel, and it speaks volumes more than words possibly could. Her eyes. 5. Her eyes tell the truth. When a woman starts falling for you, especially if she's trying to deny those feelings, perhaps because she's already in a relationship, her eyes often speak louder than her words. Pay close attention to how she looks at you. Does her gaze linger a little longer than it should? If she holds eye contact for more than just a fleeting couple of seconds, that's not something to brush off as random or accidental. Even more revealing is how she looks at you. Have you noticed her eyes moving in a specific pattern? One moment she's looking into your left eye, then your right, and suddenly her gaze drops to your lips. It's what they call the triangle method, a subconscious act people do when they're attracted to someone. This unspoken signal says it all, even if she's not putting her feelings into words. But there's more. Her eyes might sparkle, or you might catch her pupils dilating when you're in conversation or even just sitting nearby. These are involuntary physiological cues that happen when someone feels deeply interested or excited by your presence. Signals her body can't hide. No matter how much she might try to keep her emotions under wraps. And here's the kicker: group settings can be especially telling. She might avoid looking directly at you in front of others to keep her interest a secret, but pay attention to her glances when it's just the two of you. That's when her gaze shifts from casual to intentional, from guarded to intimate. Her eyes lock onto yours as if the rest of the world disappears for a moment. Her voice might add more layers to these clues, but her eyes are your biggest window into what she's feeling. If she's into you, even if she's taken, her gaze will undoubtedly give away the Undeniable chemistry bubbling beneath the surface. Keep an eye on pun intended. For she dives into deep questions. Have you noticed her leaving behind the surface-level chats and going straight for the deep stuff? A woman who's into you, even if she's taken, will want to form an emotional connection that sets you apart from the crowd. She's not just going to stick to small talk or casual banter. Instead, she'll ask you meaningful questions that reveal who you truly are. Maybe she's curious about your dreams or ambitions. Or perhaps she wants to know your take on relationships, life goals, or what motivates you. If her questions feel personal and thoughtful, it's not random. Does she want to know about your childhood? What shaped you into the person you are today? Maybe she remembers a tiny detail you mentioned in passing weeks ago and brings it up later, as if it stuck with her. That's no coincidence. When someone is emotionally invested, they hold on to those small pieces of you, using them to build a deeper bond. What's even more intriguing is how effortless she makes it seem. She might frame it all as innocent. Her intentions, curiosity, but her intentions are clear. If you pay attention, she's creating a bridge between you two, one thoughtful question at a time. This isn't just casual interest. It's heartfelt and deliberate. To top it off, her effort to connect emotionally might be reflected in how she presents herself. Whether it's the way she styles her hair or the outfit she chooses, her appearance might subconsciously align with her desire to capture your attention. She's not only speaking to your heart through words, but she could be trying to catch your eye along the way. Keep an eye out. These deep conversations might be her way of expressing what she can't fully say aloud. 3. Her micro-reactions of jealousy. Jealousy can be one of the most telling signs that someone has feelings for you. Even if it's something they're trying to hide, you might not notice it at first, but if you pay attention to her subtle, almost instinctive reactions when another woman comes up in conversation, her emotions might tell you everything you need to know. Bring up a coworker, a casual friend, or even mention a celebrity. It doesn't matter who it is as long as it's another woman. Watch closely. Does her smile flicker for just a moment? Do her eyes narrow slightly, her expression tighten, or her tone shift as she asks casually, "Oh, who's she?" Some women might unconsciously fidget, cross their arms, or look away to mask their feelings. Others may take a playful yet telling approach. Perhaps they'll make a sarcastic comment, tease you about your questionable taste in women, or laugh it off. These little micro-reactions are often involuntary, revealing more than she intended. What they show is that on some level, she feels emotionally connected to you and isn't entirely comfortable with the idea of you giving attention to someone else. Jealousy, no matter how subtle, often stems from investment. If she didn't care about you or her place in your life, there would be little reason for her to react at all. But when those tiny slips appear, They're a clear indicator of emotional attachment. The best part, these signs often go beyond her reactions. Her actions following those moments will give you even more clues. The casual check-ins, subtle jokes to steer your focus back to her or attempts to remind you of her presence. She's likely feeling more for you than she wants to admit. Even if she tries to play it cool, keep an eye out. Her jealousy might just be the most romantic unspoken confession to her body. Language speaks louder than words. Even when she's trying to play it cool, her body language might be giving it all away. Attraction is often revealed in the subtle movements she doesn't even realize she's making. Here's what you need to watch for when you're talking. Does she lean in just a little closer? Even if there's plenty of room, are her feet pointed towards you even when the rest of her body isn't? These small, unconscious signals show where her real focus is on you. Pay attention to these cues because her body might be saying everything. Her words aren't nervous. Energy is another clue if she fidgets when you're around, plays with her hair, or adjusts her clothes, it's a strong sign she's aware of your presence and wants to look her best for you. These are the moments when her emotions slip past the surface and show how much she cares about how you see her. And then there's personal space, or in her case, the lack of it. If she steps closer into your space or finds excuses to initiate light touches, well, whether it's a casual brush of hands or playful taps on your arm, she's likely testing waters. These touches aren't random. They're deliberate moves meant to feel you out, both figuratively and literally. Body language can be tricky to read, but when you know what to look for, the signs are clear. Or she may not say it out loud, but her actions speak volumes. For now, we'll move on to another unmistakable physical contact signal. Physical contact. 1. She's emotionally invested in you. One of the most telling signs that she's into you, yes, even if she's in a relationship, is the emotional energy she pours into you. You'll notice that her attention to you feels different, maybe even unusually personal or intentional. She starts showing an interest in your life beyond casual conversations or surface-level interactions, from genuinely checking in on how your day went to remembering the small details about your hobbies, dreams, or struggles. It's clear that you've become someone important to her. She'll go out of her way to be there for you during significant moments, offering heartfelt gestures of support and encouragement. Maybe she sends you a thoughtful good luck text before a big day, or checks on you when she knows you're stressed or feeling down. Her words carry a warmth and care that signals she's emotionally invested in your happiness. This kind of deep emotional connection speaks volumes. It often starts with the little things: inside jokes, unexpected advice, or even just a special way she interacts with you compared to others. Pay attention to the way her eyes light up when she's talking to you, or the passionate way she listens when you're pouring your heart out. These moments are her way of showing you that emotionally she's aligning more with you than anyone else. even if she hasn't fully expressed it yet. When a woman shifts her emotional focus toward someone, it's rarely accidental. It happens because she feels something strong, something magnetic about you. And that emotional connection could very well be the start of something extraordinary, even if she hasn't admitted